Rock, you special. So what's yeah, I got you about your culture. Have you heard about this event in Paris that people like it
Oh,
was attempt on kidnap people in crypto?
mhm.
Yes. That's just like it's scary. It's horrible, and it happens all the time. So it's like I don't know. I'm really like
Their families and
considering
everything.
doxing, but then something like this comes up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. It's like I don't know.
Yeah, I
God,
understand you. Sometimes, I feel sorry that I'm doxxed because sometimes I don't feel myself safe, in some moments because I'd like to overthink and sometimes I think like that. Maybe what is it? This is hand. Okay, shocking us. Ah!
Hey,
Hi! Oh my god! Finally,
look at that background. So cute.
background is super random. Wait, let me experiment. How you feel about this? We are in some hell.
Talver said, "Where's the hat
Hello?
from earlier? You were wearing a
hey,
hat."
Tyler.
Hold on.
Hello. Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool, okay. Are we live streaming?
yes.
Hmm.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
fuck.
Love to
Sorry I
see
was late.
It's
Space
No,
took
okay.
a
no,
I
no.
was,
We
little
just
long.
we just trying to find good background.
Oh, this is a nice background.
yeah, that's colorful.
That's something super psychedelic.
I was gonna have a drink, but I've taken like allergy medicine and I'm not ready to be like that on live broadcast. So I'll get chocolate
I
wasted.
mean,
Oh,
I
that's
love
perfect.
this.
Look, it's like
I
abstract.
love it.
This is cute.
Let's go. Okay, it's like abstract. So, girls, I prepared wine. I prepared cheese. I prepared honey. And but you know what? Right now, like Sugar Town mint, and I think to mint one for myself. So, but I haven't transfer money yet.
You haven't
Uh,
minted an aura yet?
had you mint Sugar Town?
Yeah, I have 3 cores. Not minted aura. Oh my god, minted a core. Yeah, I
Okay,
have 3.
let me mint it then.
So,
Uh,
because I got a free one for owning, because I hold 3 auras. So if you have 3 or more auras, you got a free one. And
how
then
much is now their mint
point. Oh
0.069? How much is
yes,
it in dollars? Do you know?
178.
178. Okay. Wait. So how are you girls? How is your day or evening? What is it for you?
my day has been shit because I felt like ass, but
Like drop it immediately. Trauma.
but
I love it.
but fuck it, we ball. So I actually took the morning and I was like, okay, I have a space with Nancy. I have the live stream. I'm not going to flake out on either one of those. So I just took the morning and I was like, I'm just gonna sleep a little bit, take some medicine, get my life together, and here we are.
What is
So
the medicine you're taking? I want to be the same energetic.
I
Is that
took I took Sudafed
literally,
for my
you know,
allergies.
what?
Sudafed.
I have no
It's a
idea
over
what.
the counter like sufedrin. I don't know. I don't know what that
Is
is.
it is it like super
I don't know
cool?
either.
No, it's not cool or fun. No, I wish it was. But it does like kind of make your head a little fuzzy and like if you drink on it then like, you know, yeah. It's gonna
Gonna
like
be a whole
it get real giddy real
disco.
fast and I'm not here for that. So
You're
um
right.
like
I wish to recently I thought about some antidepressants or something like that, because too much stress. Like I'm working like literally like 16 hours per day, and I like calling my psychologist. By the way, it's tomorrow another call. I almost forgot, and I told her like maybe I need antidepressants because I don't want to feel myself tired. I just want to work nonstop right now, and I'm planning to lock in on the whole summer and do it with abstract also because super bullish on what we're guys building all here. By the way, join abstract stream so people could see that we have some people
Oh yeah.
here.
I
And
forgot.
nice.
Yeah. NFA, DYOR, medical research, but instead of an antidepressant, because they could actually make you more tired, you might want to add something like a B12 supplement and or magnesium, because these things can really
Is it
help with
that
your energy reserves. Because I actually I've been on antidepressants for a very long time, and one thing that actually helped them work better is learning that I had poor vitamin absorption. So I do vitamin B12, and I do it in an injectable form because I have vitamin absorption issues, and vitamin D3. So and magnesium makes me like it makes me sleep way too hard, and like so I kind of like backed off of that, but that tends to help a lot too with people.
You know, I'm a bit jealous, to be honest, because all these vitamins doesn't work for me as like at all. You know, I don't feel like any difference if I taken something. And this vitamins B12, it's injection in your ass, right? You need to do this in your ass
No,
daily.
no. You can like pinch a piece of your tummy and like put it there or your
Oh,
thigh. And listen, I was a little bitch about needles. Like I would see one and pass out. But it helped so much that I stopped being a little bitch about it. But then people would come over my house and they'd see like a drawer that's full of syringes and they're like, damn, Dial, I didn't know you partied like that. And I'm like, I don't, it's vitamins. So
Are they disappointed after it?
yeah, everybody's like, damn, I didn't know you got it down like that. I'm like, I don't. It's just vitamins. So, and I'm like, you want some? But B12 is something that a lot of people take. Like, there's like dissolvable tablets because people take it for hangovers
Yeah.
because it resolves a hangover, apparently, allegedly. I'm not a doctor. Don't fucking listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't think they know either, honestly.
I'm over here. I got a bag of M&Ms. I'm sitting here.
I
giving little
will
advice. Listen
fucking
to me.
listen to you on whatever you're telling because you're super energetic, you know, and it's morning for you. And at the morning, I'm just can't do not. I'm like just lying and do some stuff, you know. I'm so grateful that I don't need to go to some IRL work and be in the office like with like you know like this.
I would die. I would die if I had to work in an
Yeah.
office. There's no way.
Mm.
Like,
Now
wouldn't
you're
work
just
for me.
as a queen, like approving, like you do this work, right?
Oh my gosh. You know, I've been self-employed, oh my gosh, for probably like 15 years. So if I had to, and I consider this, well, technically self-employed, but working for Abstract gives you more flexibility so you can plan your day. But if I had to like be in an office 9 to 5 every single day, I just don't think that I'd be able to thrive in that kind of environment. So it's more chaotic and I like it on the Abstract side, but it keeps me interested, because if I was just like in an office like 9 to 5 with the same people, I'd die. I'd be bored to death. It would not work for me.
It-
I think it's about all of us. Like I can imagine myself in the office.
The last time I worked in an office, I got in trouble, and mind you, I'm like in my mid-20s. I got in trouble because I kept taking like there was like a dry erase board, and I would just like take a lot of time and draw all kinds of pictures all over it. One day I made it into a whole like aquarium scene, so there was like all kinds of like fish, and like it looked like literally just drew it like a big aquarium. My boss is like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to be doing billing." And I was like, "Yeah, about that." I forgot.
I got bored. I got bored with that and I moved on.
Yeah, like fuck that. That was dumb.
Yeah.
And then
I
was
didn't
going
want to do that.
By the
Get
way,
better numbers.
Dyla, can we drink on this stream or not?
Yeah, you can drink on stream. The only things like we can't do on stream are things that are like illegal in places. So like obviously you don't want to do explicit drug use. Think about it like Twitch. Anything you can or can't do on Twitch is pretty much how it is on apps.
Okay, awesome. Pixel Queen, will you draw in something? Will you share in the screen and draw in something with us?
Dude, I'm so down to do a punk. I had a feeling this was
Who
gonna
was
come.
drawing today? Last time we draw
Yeah.
how his name?
Your boyfriend.
Yes, my boyfriend, Dominic Damiana.
Oh, Mamma Mia. He's beautiful. Yeah, who are we drawing today?
Dyla, who is? Do you have some crush or type of men that do like you like usually? Who is that?
Oh my gosh.
This is Luca.
Oh my gosh. No. Oh my god. No. You know what? It's very hard for me to see like people like Luca in that way because they're so much younger than me. I'm like, oh my gosh. I bet his mom is so proud. That's so sweet. You know, like I just like I like to me
Oh,
it's
like
just
the
like
whole auntie.
yeah, like it's just like I feel like the proud auntie for everybody and I'm like how can I help you? You're so sweet. And it's kind of weird because you know, I've been in this space a long time and you know, not to sit here and like honk my own titty or anything, but like I'm not too bad looking and like I a lot of the space is a lot younger. So I had a time on Web3 where I had a lot of guys in my DMs calling me mommy.
What the fuck? Like that's actually surprising me because most of my girlfriends they
I didn't
like
dislike
men
it.
much younger than them, you know. So they're really obsessed with the men much younger. So you don't have this type.
Yeah, no, you know, like Web3 for me has always been like I've never like used it as like somewhere where I was looking for people. So I think like that part of my brain has always like shut off if they're like
No
attractive. I'm just like,
photo.
just let's just not. So
Yeah, I can feel it. I don't like the men who younger than me. I think that they are, you know, like dump itself maybe, and even when they are younger, like what the fuck I need to do? Yeah, like,
no, I think the
yeah.
perfect man for me is significantly older, hopefully with many health issues, and like you know,
No heirs, no family,
30 to
no
50
sons,
Bitcoin and
daughters.
like that's you know, I'm a
Yeah.
girl of very very few needs, you know, so that's it.
It's a
Yeah.
short list. I like it.
Okay, so who would drawing? Has someone crush? AC, what's your crush? What's your type of a man? Let's find someone who will be drawing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
let's do your boyfriend
I
Jeez.
do I have a boyfriend?
or your future husband. This is gonna
Who is
be
that? I mean,
Mints.
we've talked about it, but who is
Mint.
this
Who is
guy?
that?
Mint.
Wait, where's that coming from? Is that Rox?
Yes.
I'm like,
hi.
I'm like, dang, there she is.
We should draw
Coming
mints.
in like the omnipotent being in the universe out
Right.
here. She's like,
She is.
Mints. That's the answer. I did one for Mints. It
Yeah,
was
she
really
did.
cute. Yeah, it was really cute actually. I've done one for Luke. Done
Wait,
one
I want to back
for
to this topic. Who is AC future husband?
All right,
Yeah,
this is
I'd
how
like to
rumors
know.
get started. Let's kick
This
him
is
out.
true.
We're going
This is
shopping,
true, but this
ladies.
is we are. This is why I joined that dating show. And we do need to have a mixer or something like that. It'd be good
Wait,
to
what
get the
what they
alpha on
control?
who's AC's crush. I'd like to know. I'd pay somebody to know.
Crypto
Someone
crushes.
someone doing a dating show?
Actually, yes, there's a group of women that are doing this dating show. I
On
don't
the
think it's.
abstract. On the abstract.
I've never joined it. No, I don't think it's people on abstract.
AC, you need to
There's
do a dating show. We created idea for your
to do a
stream.
dating show.
Yeah.
She would
I can do
kill
a
it.
dating show as long as I'm not one of the people that's sitting there. I get too weird when there's attention on me. I just get. I don't even. You know how sometimes there's the cute person. They're just shyly cute. No, I'm like, I will probably turn my head into a brick wall and just accidentally hit it. I'll forget the wall is literally right there. And
Neurotic
then,
cute.
I won't remember
It's-
that we're live, and I'll say some really random weirdness. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I'm not very awkward cute. I'm awkward strange and should probably not leave home.
That was
That's
cute
why
right
I need a
there.
crush.
You're literally so little and cute. Always,
And
AC.
she says I'm so
That
little
sounds
and
like the
cute, and
perfect
I
dating
know.
bio. I'm full sending that.
I should.
Bachelor, this show, remember? So we need to have the same with AC. She will be picking,
Oh,
in among all Web3 guys, and she had dating with them on the every show. Like they will
and then
invite her at every meet and buy her something.
and
Okay,
then let's
yes,
make
let's
a
do
betting
that.
market off of it on chain.
A betting market. Who can wait? No, I was just about to say something that I would die over. I was gonna say who can last the longest as AC's boyfriend, but
That's
I
fun.
didn't I didn't have that thought formed fully. And so it would have only come out of who would have lasted the longest with
Just have
AC. No, let's not try that. Okay, has anybody, I know Alyssa, I know we've talked about this before, but have you ever been interested, have any of you, Rox, I know you're disqualified from this to a degree.
Why?
Have
Why
you ever
should
been interested in a Web3 guy?
That's a tough one.
Like actually, not like, just, oh, he's cute, but close conversations into something else.
Yeah, I'm not so drunk yet for this type of conversation. You jumped immediately in the middle of this stream with this question.
She's ready.
Okay, why Rock disqualified? Like why she can't
because
answer?
because I'm married, and she assumes that my husband sewed up my, but he did not.
Oh. Rox can just
Wait.
say it like it is.
Well,
You got it.
I mean, I have my eyes. I'm allowed to look. I'm allowed to feel.
Yes.
And at the end of the night, I still lay in the same bed.
There's nothing wrong with
Happy-
window shopping.
Yeah,
That's such a
absolutely.
male
exactly.
answer.
We all do
That's
it.
such a male answer. But
Natural.
the most
It's the truth.
It's just natural.
okay. So drop the name then for us.
I can't drop a name. All I can say is I I would like there was someone I was really interested in the way he acted and everything, and he's doxxed, and one day I looked at the profile picture, said absolutely not.
What?
Okay.
Isn't that
It
the
has-
worst?
That's
They have a
real.
hot
Yeah.
personality.
Real, real.
Yes, like he is super hot
Mm.
all around until the moment you see them. And since again I have no future prospects with that person, I'm allowed to say, I'm sorry, honey. We can just stay friends. It's okay.
She is savage.
Sorry, I'm just straightforward, just the way it is.
Oh, I mean, there have been a couple younger guys. In fact, all of them have been younger than me. But it's the emotional maturity difference has been like the biggest thing. So there's never been the guy who fits. Oh, it's so great to talk to you. Except for one. Anyway. He won't watch the stream, so
No, tell us.
Yeah,
You
this
just
is the
you
moment.
asked this question, yes, and I like how Rock used used her husband as a shield. Just
Yeah.
yeah, like
yeah. I mean, except I don't have that, so I don't want to get the DMs. They're like, oh, you're interested in younger men. No, just be a man that has, a brain and actually uses it.
You're asking for that
Because-
in Web3. You're asking a lot.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like
It
that's
is.
my short list. So I feel like it's already we're already trying to create a castle out of clouds. But most of them I'm like, we talk for a couple of days, we go back and forth. And then there's like they are so impatient. They just want for themselves and want that gratification for themselves. And so it's been like I'm really not that interested. None of them. I mean, I'm not. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I don't feel that I come under a lot of, beauty standards. So the most I get, oh, you're cute, with the pause, full on pause in there. And so I get it. My voice and my looks don't match, and I have been told by guys that
What the
that's
fuck?
true.
Who said it to you?
But
At first, you're hot as fuck.
I know.
No,
I'm
I
like,
agree
you
with
are
Myra.
so hot, AC.
this is what I was trying to avoid.
Well, it's
I'm
so
like, I'm not
okay,
I'm
Chad.
not
Chad, do you
searching
think
for
like
that.
Chad? Do you think like AC is hot? Because I would like fuck her. Like
No, no,
definitely.
do not answer. Don't answer that. We don't want to answer that.
Would just write would. Okay.
Would
Would. Not would.
For real.
Would.
AC, you're
would
bad.
would. So most of them have been like, no, this isn't working out. And then I get messages, a couple months later where they're lonely and they're like, hey, do you wanna get on a voice call? I'm like, no.
I'd be like, no, I want to get on a Zoom meeting with you right now.
Oh,
A Zoom meeting.
Get in
Yes,
Discord right
let's-
now.
how to say?
You know, I don't
Fucking
like to talk on the
FaceTime.
phone.
I don't either.
Mm,
Like,
yeah.
I can't
I s-
meme that way.
I just don't understand
I
about
space
what,
out.
about what we will talk about. I don't know. You're telling like let's FaceTime about what?
About what? He's like, I got something to show you.
If he's leaning back in the
already-
FaceTime, just shut it off automatically. If you get one of these,
I
That's
said,
not
no,
what
I've
I
already
heard.
seen them. Yours is not special. I don't think that we need to go there right now.
Eleni,
I threatened to
Eleni,
mint them. I'm like,
Chia-
send me a picture. I'll mint it on the blockchain.
right. We'll go to free. What is that? Free XYZ.
Free.xyz.
Yeah.
So just know if you send me any kind of pics of yourself, they're getting minted on free.xyz. Might put it as my profile pic on the apps platform. You never know, but it'll be there. It'll be immortalized. I might make it an ordinal. Fuck it.
It will then become more. It will then become more worth it than the actual thing.
Can you imagine?
More
Right.
worth it than the actual thing.
Right.
Rox never pulls back her words. I love it so much.
No aura, all provenance, right? Like just,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Dyla also. Dyla, did you have this Web3 crush,
do I have a Web3 crush?
or did you have?
I don't have a crush in Web3. I don't know. Like I said, is there somebody old?
You're not.
She
old.
is everyone's crush, though.
I'm not, but
That's-
that's what I want.
No,
Okay.
that's
Let's
bad.
start. How old is he should be? Like 70 years old.
Yes,
What-
at least.
whatever half
That's
dead
too
is.
young. Whatever.
What is girls? What is your age? You wouldn't do like with men, or you wouldn't be with men.
Oh, this
Oh.
is so embarrassing, this question.
No, come on. Not terribly embarrassing. Not yet, anyway. You haven't said.
Oh,
it
yeah, I
yet.
guess you're right. It's not that embarrassing.
I
I don't know what
mean,
I'm
some
saying.
guys are so like
DJs
I don't
here.
even.
Hi,
They
DJ.
just throw it out. They just say, "Oh yeah, I'll anything from 18 to 22."
Yeah.
I'm like, you are older than my father. You have no business going with somebody who could be your granddaughter.
I
That's
think for me,
crazy.
I'm like 5 years up and 5 years down, but I have to be honest, especially being in Web3, I do find it very difficult to relate to men my age, because if they're not in Web3, they just don't understand like the love of the culture I have, and they see it as immature or whatever. For one, I don't give a fuck if it's immature. I'm having the time of my life and I love this industry, so they can fuck off right there. But two, like if there's somebody who genuinely cannot understand the idea of decentralized finance, of cryptocurrency, like that isn't somebody I have much in common with anyway. So if we don't have that, and there's just too many people like, you're into crypto, isn't that a scam, bro? my brother, please. Like,
My brother.
My brother.
my brother. Or they're like, you can't make money that way. I'm like, my car in my house says I can.
Mhm.
Like,
The fastest way to
Like-
deflate a guy that is trying to do anything with you is to call him bro.
That's so
Fastest
true.
way.
Ooh, that's
They
I
do
did that.
not.
I did that to a guy, a younger guy actually, and he was like, "I'm so cooked, bro." And I was like, low key, yeah. He got put back in the friend zone a little bit. So
Yeah, real.
but then I get through it. Real. I love that, AC. You're real.
Oh my god. So Pixel Queen, had you had Web3 crush?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Well, I feel it's so embarrassing story. Wait, let me prepare.
I can't even. So I'll be honest. There's
It
like
will be a
a.
rain of embarrassing. Just let's go.
Okay, I'll tell you one story. So there's really two stories when it comes to my romance in Web3, but the first one is I made an influencer video on YouTube for a protocol, and there was this like big whale, and he always was like affecting the votes, and I knew what his Twitter was, so I like DM'd him my video, and I was like, please listen to me, like try to vote. So I ended up going. He was like, oh, you're really cute. And he was like really smart, and we went back and forth.
Valid.
I ended up flying to Florida and meeting him in real life. Yeah. But you know, the thing is, we're really close in age, and it's true. The guy, there's a big maturity difference, and it's just too hard. So, yeah, that was my Web3 story for love. Otherwise, I just yeah, don't look for it in this place because
I think it has to be something that's very, very, very intentional and cautious, because here's one thing that I've seen in Web3, whether it's good or bad, people get into these situationships because they go to a lot of IRLs and stuff. But what happens when that falls apart, right? And now you're like, I still want to grow in this space, but now I'm attached to this situation and I have to see this person. And I don't care what anybody says about discretion, and like there's no such thing. It's Web3. The minute somebody gets like, a little bothered because you're talking to somebody else, all your business is aired out there. So I found in Web3 that the easiest way to function is just to be like, this is my space where I'm off limits. I don't want to come here today. I don't want to encounter anybody for that situation, and keep it just this way so that I can protect my intentions, my opportunities, and nobody's dick influences that. Because imagine for some guy from the blockchain streets ruining opportunity for you, not me. So
Didn't you say
That's
I'm
right.
straightforward? Look at that.
That's
The two of
right.
us.
type shit.
Absolutely.
Right.
But there are some really awesome guys in here, and I really have, especially with younger guys. I always thought younger guys meant immaturity, and I've probably met more mature, more intelligent younger guys in Web3 than older men. And these guys have experience. They know how to talk to people. They've really been grinding from such an early age and being resourceful that it's different. So if anything, Web3 has taught me anything, is to not use, age is a huge limitation. Like if it's something that's worth the vibe, cool, but just make sure he or her is very much worth it, because there's a lot riding on it, and why make it weird?
Yeah. But a lot of people want to make it weird, and because they don't have the same intentions in the space, and it really has a lot to do with their intentions, and even down to like I think at one point you were talking about like your connections. People see you as what they can use you for, what you have connections to, and so through their connection to you, they feel that they have some right.
Mhm.
And I feel like that I look at us five here and even some of the ladies that have been in the chat, we've all been there. Like, how is this such a prevalent thing? And it's not specific to women though, too. It's just everyone.
It's everyone, yes, but someone can use you, in a smart way when you can win, win, win. But someone
Yeah.
trying to use you in such a stupid way, they just writing to you and expecting from you creating idea for your collaboration when they reach you out, like what, how it's happened. So people really need to learn how to the culture, how to write letters, how to suggest something, because if you couldn't explain your idea in one message, short message, like don't send this message because no one will read it, and it's just useless. Nancy, yeah. Hi guys. Hi everyone. Guys, Pixel Queen, who will draw today?
Girls, my creative juices are like, you know what's crazy? The best thing I can come up with. I'm gonna show you guys the options from my queue. Uh, since I can't think of anyone. Is there anyone we want to see? I've done Vitalik. I don't know who is there to do. I could do
Have you
CZ if we
Wait,
want.
wait, wait. Did
I
you
don't know.
draw,
I mean, I'm just throwing it out
trying to think
there. Like
wait, did
I have
you
a
draw Luca?
Gavin
Luca?
Wood is hot from Polka Dot. I used to have a crush on him, actually.
I have
Somebody
no
bring
idea.
his picture up.
He's got that salt and pepper thing going on. He has like really good taste in like electronic music.
Let me find out. Hold on.
Dude, yeah, and he's one of the OG ETH people. So like he split off and did Polkadot, and then Vitalik did Ethereum, and then he did Charles did ADA. So yeah,
yeah, that's right.
What's his
yeah,
at?
oh, it should be just Gavin Wood, I think. Am I
Wait,
making this
wait,
up?
Pixel Queen. Have you draw Luca? Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have drawn Luca. Yeah, mine ones are Luca are pretty good actually. Who else is there? I haven't done
Finn? Have you draw Finn?
Pink.
Finn. Finn.
Oh
Finn.
yeah, yes, I have done Finn.
Oh,
I know. I did Michael Lee too.
Have
I
you
like
done
got
Murad?
no. Let's do that. Can someone find a photo?
What? Yeah.
some
Easy.
normal photo.
No,
Yeah,
of Murad?
great photo.
That's I mean, his hair is so majestic. Like, if somebody can please,
Right.
please, I will pay somebody
Yes.
to tell me what conditioner he uses. He's definitely got like no split ends. Like, obviously, he goes for regular trim. It looks very soft.
hmm
Yeah, like fuck his shills.
That's
I want to know how he conditions.
that's definitely a character trait that is on. I should put that on my list. I mean, money is a lot, but
Beautiful hair.
yeah.
I don't know
Do
if
you
I
like
think
do you like
Finn.
long hair on men? Because I love. For me, it's such a green flag. It means
When
person
they
is
take care of it.
some, of course. Of course, no one.
No, if he looks all
Nice
nasty
and
and ratty.
yeah.
Okay, I have a question for everyone, a roundtable question that's more innocent. What's your favorite trait in a guy? Like the most thing you're attracted to?
I think we have the same question. We all.
Really?
Okay, I'll say in order mine. So I have like a top 3. For me, it's like sense of humor is like the number one. Like if they have to be really funny. And then the second one is like I love hot smiles and like sexy smiles.
Damn, girl, we twins in this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, Dyla, you're hilarious. I bet sense of humor is huge for you. Like, I can't be the guy. I've dated guys where I had to explain all my jokes, gets tiring, and then I start doubting the jokes, and then I stop making the jokes, and then no one's laughing, including me. So,
That's the
yeah,
worst. Oh my God. I hate it. I hate it.
I
When
Or
you
don't.
when they
don't
tell jokes and they suck and you have to
Yeah,
pretend he's funny. There's
have
nothing worse. I'd die 1,000 deaths to
it's
avoid that shit.
it's like I
100%.
can't be funnier than him.
You know,
Yeah.
Like
some people,
it's just not gonna work.
yeah, some
Well, I
people
can't
they're
respect him.
like too soft in humor, you know. And sometimes you hard, like you make some hard joke, and everyone like, oh, it's not like what are you doing? And I'm like, "What?"
I know,
That's the
tough
worst.
crowd.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's been happening to me in meetings lately. I just start talking, then it gets real quiet, and I'm like, why does it feel like a spaces when I'm giving a TED talk? Like this isn't a spaces. Like you guys have to respond. Like it can't. I'm like, is anyone there? Like, thanks for listening to the TED talk. Like I said a lot. Like
Yeah, yeah.
thanks. It's tough crowd sometimes.
Also, but also guys with outdated you know, sense of humor, that it's not fun, it's the cringe. Like, no, and
Yeah.
you want to leave, you know, and you don't want to offend guy, but at the end you even agree to offend him because it's impossible to hear some outdated jokes, you know, like
Outdated jokes. This is so interesting. That's oh my god, I love it. Yeah.
There's
No, it's
nothing
so
I'm
worse.
not for. What's the worst?
That's the worst. Somebody who like tells jokes who is just like they think they're funny and they're just like they're laying it into you and like waiting for the reaction and you're like,
and
no, baby, no.
it's like
Oh,
I can't keep pretending with you. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
what you should do in that case is just go ahead and laugh because they'll keep repeating the joke until you react. So just
No,
laugh and let it
no.
go.
Can't.
You know, I learned
But then,
that you shouldn't laugh at not funny jokes because that's how you train men that they're great in any situation. No way, not
yeah,
here.
The
she
thing is,
says
you'll,
that's how you
that.
train men.
the thing
No,
is,
But
you're
I'm
it's
never gonna
real.
meet
They
them again.
do.
Why you should laugh? You're literally invested in bad humor when you're laughing. You know.
No,
oh
you're just
guys,
gonna. Oh,
thank you. Oh sorry. Oh my god, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt
Okay.
you.
that's fine. No, no, you're
Wow.
fine.
I'm
You're
gonna do
fine. Please
my
go
I'm
ahead.
screen sharing. This is my number one reply guy, like since I made my account, like batch please. So I owe him a punk. So and he has his as his profile picture, so it's okay if I do it on
Run
stream.
it.
Yeah, I'm just like, let's get this done for him. And when I tell him I did it with a bunch of girls on stream, he's gonna be like, oh my god. So I'll just be doing this.
I think that's him already. Or is it real?
Honestly, this is the Sam. This is the Samo. You know, you'll be shocked. I know you'll be shocked though. It's crazy. I always think that too. I'm like, do I even need to do anything to it? Like, especially the guy ones. I'm like, they're so fast and easy. The girl ones take so long because the hair, like,
Yeah, the hair.
Hair
it's-
is important. Hair is very important.
it
You know,
is.
lack of hair
Always
somewhere
got
and
gorgeous hair.
just hair somewhere. No, no.
What is going on right here?
Listen,
mean-
there's
I
a
mean,
hairline crisis in Web3. After the bear,
It's real, real.
It's real.
okay.
I mean, like
Bitcoin
seriously,
came back, the hairlines did not. Okay.
That's not a low blow because I mean, some of them they act like nothing is different, and they act like their hairline is just.
Background do we want to give him? I can't do black because it like will blend in and it is weird.
Why
if
do
they-
it so pink? Wait, but he's pink.
Yeah, I could do but then it'll blend. Okay, what would match with his outfit best? Not gray.
I think intelligence is very, very attractive feature in a guy. Like I cannot be with a dumb motherfucker. Like it really, really would hurt my soul. And it's not like, oh, they've got to be a genius, but somebody that can carry like a real conversation. Like I like somebody that can joke around in one conversation, but like another one can actually have like an introspective conversation and something with depth.
Yes.
You know, like I want somebody
Yeah.
who can code a little bit with me.
I
Oh my
love
goodness,
that.
that
It's
would
so
be
true.
fantastic. I've never had that.
Wait, did you have
Rare.
only dumb guys? Yes,
Ronan.
AC. AC.
AC frozen.
I'm sorry, you cut out. No,
She
apparently
rugged?
no. I just went mental. Yeah, I do rug, all the time. Most blockchains, just not on abstract. What what did you say?
No, not that one. That one. It's still a little dark. Jeez.
Mm.
Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
getting this close up, it's like his
You know,
lips.
it's
Dude,
not like
I know it's so embarrassing for people. That's why I try to get all those colors in the palette before I do a stream because I'm like, I don't want to be zooming in on people.
He's looking very Gary Gensler right now.
He is.
Yes.
He has the Gary Gensler hair right
I
now.
never felt so regulated in my whole life.
Oh my god,
But,
we're about to get
but
regulated up in here.
you know what? I think it's
Fun.
also about interest for a life. It should be smart, and that's it. It should be interest for a life. To travel, to be interested in, in the conversation,
Like shared
and
interest.
shared interest, yes, and also a different interest, because I'm so tired from men who is bored. They're bored and they bothering you with it, like, I'm bored, do something.
Yeah.
And you need to,
Right.
it's like a problem, like now in this space, I think, and with men in general, they like small princess that expecting you to be
Yes.
a clone, in their life.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
like when I catch myself like only me who is funny in conversations, I'm like immediately, okay, that's time to stop because I'm funny, but I want to laugh too.
Yeah.
I don't like it when a guy expects you to be the one to plan every activity that you ever do.
You're
There's
talking
like,
now about 90% of
I
men.
know, but like somebody who can be like, hey, I saw that, so such and such a musician or comedian was in town. We should probably take a look at that. Or, oh, somebody told me about this restaurant. We should check that out. Doesn't have to like plan every detail, but somebody who has like an original thought every once in a while, like
Because
just
that's
acts like they
contributing to
give
the
a shit.
relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
not all the time, but like somebody who's just like, hey, I'm interested in doing fun shit. I want to do it with her. Let's do it together. Let me bring stuff up because I can't tell you how many times it's just like we're not doing anything. It's like, oh well, what do you want to do? Motherfucker, I don't know what I want to do all the time. Like I came up
Right?
with the last 10 things we did. I'm tired. That's all the brain cells I had.
I've been doing this for years now. You can't do unicorn.
I told you. I thought the
So-
worst is when men bored and he tell like, but if I would have you, I won't be bored. You will be bored. You just will be bored with me, and you will make me suffer from making this, life.
Well, right.
Yeah.
That's not fair to you
No,
if he's
you-
expecting
if the
you
guy-
to be his sole source of entertainment.
Yeah,
Like if
if
he's
guys
expecting
don't
you to
travel
keep his
himself,
attention, all of that.
he's have no business to be passionate about. He's no like
Mhm.
interest. He's no passion in his life. You can't heal it. You can't change it. You can do nothing, because guy, it's your responsibility to have some interest in your life, not my not no.
It goes back to this thing my mom always says, like everyone's responsible for their own happiness, your own peace.
100%.
Oh my goodness. That was similar to our conversation yesterday about like how our parents were with some of the different things that they
instill
like
their
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's not so much about like how they raised us, like our parents raised us, but the way that they live their lives, and then because of that we take that on. And going through, I've just been going through a lot of I don't even know if you would call it searching, but just discovering what is myself and what is them, that, and you don't realize like how that much that has affected you. And looking at that, I don't think that people understand just how much others affect us. Like if you're in a relationship and that person's likes and dislikes, and how much, what, not even just about how much, but what they expect from you. It changes what you expect of yourself and how you view yourself. It's just, don't get with somebody that doesn't try to be happy in the relationship and with themselves. Because if they're not happy with themselves, they'll never be happy with you.
Beautifully said, AC.
Guys also write into in the chat that
Oh.
don't marry till you know you are marrying your best friend. Celebrating 20 years this year with
Oh my goodness.
Snipers is living the dream.
Wow.
Hmm. That's
That's
so
awesome.
Congratulations.
That's
That's
awesome.
really dope. Congrats
Amazing.
you. Congrats you, by the way.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Honestly,
And I agree. He need to be your best friend in, partner in crime and everything that you experience with your girl best friend. You need to have the same in your man best friend. Because I know some girls telling like, why you need a perfect man if you can have like a lot of girlfriends and you need just back home, and if he loyal if everything like like this on their places, you don't need to interest in person at home, you just need back at home and he will be there. And I'm like,
no.
no.
You know how miserable that sounds? That sounds
Yeah.
horrible. That's fucking
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people glorify dating, and people are, and I don't, not that I'm saying people should settle down sooner than they're ready, but there is nothing to me that's cool about dating a bunch of people. Like to me, it's just like I don't want to get to know that many people. Like I'd rather take my time and be intentional about who I meet and say I want to get to know this person better than to be like I'm going on date after date after date after date. Like who wants to remember that much information about guys of all things? Like I got bags to pay attention to. The charts are moving like crazy and I'm supposed to remember this motherfucker's birthday and that one's favorite color? Like that's not happening.
Right?
Agree.
Damn, dropping truth bombs.
So
That's real.
I'm a very much like, you know what? You're cool. You want to just like chill for a while, like I don't know, like 20 years. You want to pull a sniper and just like chill because that is like that. I really think is I think that that's a dream when you have somebody. You're like, this is somebody who's down with me to ride through life. Let's
Mm.
just do this shit together. That's so much more satisfying than wondering who you're gonna be with in a year or 2 years from now. Like that sounds stressful.
I super
It
agree.
does.
Also, I had this experience when I was a saver. I decided to save a boring man and make like, superstar. And I like invested in this relationship a lot. And I was succeeding in it. And I thought, oh, I changed his life so much. Like I'm such a gorgeous woman, etc. But then I didn't realize that it affected on me too. Like this lifestyle affected on me too, and I started
Mhm.
afraid much more to do much more. I started to be like more close to other people, like I've started to afraid everything. So not only you affected on the person, but he is affected on you as well. So if you decided to save
Mhm.
someone, heal someone, know that you will be like him, like after some time. So be sure
Yeah.
that you're ready for it. It's so important. I didn't know about this. I thought only you can affect on a person. No way.
Yeah, no.
So having, if you are ambitious person, having not ambitious person around, it's like shooting in your own leg, and that's it. And ambitious, I mean, you can be ambitious in building family. It's ambitious to, you can be ambitious in it, you can be ambitious in different ways, just work on
Mhm.
something. I feel it's important. What chat sending photos to us?
I have no idea. I didn't find the tweet that he was looking at, but I found on his on his feed. But I've seen, I don't remember where I saw a picture of him. One of the things that was shared in, I think, Angel City.
Who's where? Who's who? My messages are going crazy.
Bogan.
I'm not complaining though about my messages, although my DMs are very overwhelming right now.
I'll complain about my.
Yeah. You know what? Like, I have to check myself because sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? What do all these people want? Like, just keep being real. And then I'm like, I check myself and like, wow, how lucky am I that I get to see what's building? And how lucky am I that people say, hey, I have real interest and passion in doing something. I think there's somebody who genuinely wants to help me. So I have to check myself on that shit all the time and be like, what other position would I want to be in? I love when people like get excited and want to create, and like I can be like, here, you should try this, or yeah, sure, I can approve you once you show me this. Like that stuff is rewarding. So as much as I bitch as busy as it is, it's a huge blessing. So I can't be ungrateful for it.
Has there been a couple of times where it's been like a fast yes, like you see things, you don't even have to look very far, and not with somebody that you know? So if it's been someone that you just an unknown, what stood out? What was that aha moment?
There I don't think people realize that there are literally people who are applying who have hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube, who are mainstream content creators, who are applying in the same way that whoever in Web3 is applying. They fill out the same exact application and they wait the same way that anybody in Web3 does. So there's times I'm going through these applications and full transparency, I never just straight up reject any application. If I see that it's a real person, even if they don't necessarily meet the criteria, I don't reject it. I just kind of like, okay, I'm going to go back to it and I kind of review them again, because there are people who's like, okay, they don't even have many followers. They have a handful of followers. They don't post any content. Their account's super new. Like I can't approve that over somebody who's an established creator, who's really going to be bringing more life and vitality to the platform. But there are times where I see these creators and I'm like, holy shit, this person really does want to build on Abstract. Or there's times where if they are somebody in Web3 that I've never connected with and I go through their account and I'm like, this person has a good following. There's somebody who consistently posts. This is somebody who I didn't even know was in the ecosystem, who posts about Abstract every day. Like how did we not notice them? And I know we get a lot of shit for, okay, yeah, well, I've been waiting for months or whatever. And that's just how it is. It's either a human being going one by one through these things, or it's AI, and you're getting situations like X has, where people are getting their accounts banned for no reason. You know, like you can't have it both ways, where you have an efficient and a genuine system. So I'd much rather go slower, and we do only approve a certain amount of time just for bandwidth on the platform, because you don't want 1,000 new streamers. Like there's not enough users on the platform to appreciate 1,000 new streamers and build an audience for it.
Yeah.
So like, why would you want to be approved if all these thousands of others are approved at the same time? You have no chance.
But if they can bring their audience into the platform, that's good.
Exactly. So yeah, and there's people who have been in my DMs and literally asked, they're like, what can I do better with my content? That I appreciate. People who have been like, hey, I've asked a lot and I know I request a lot on the timeline, but I really want to. That resonates. Like that's somebody who is just like, they're never rude. They're not fudding because they haven't. They're just like, I really, really want to do this. That's the kind of creators we want. Exactly. I'm like, if you're really down for it and you're like, hey, I did this, I tried to do this, I've been tagging, and not tagging in an obnoxious way, but like posting content and saying, hey, I'm tagging you guys because this is what I'm capable of. Like, run your shit. That's the kind of person I want to empower. But yeah, there's some that are just like, hey, yeah, I'd be stupid to question this.
I thought it was personal question, but Dyla is about work.
Yeah.
She's all in it.
So about
like
if
they're particular, looks character. If
I
they
asked the question.
If they're cute too, that helps.
I love
Fuck it, I'm
it.
shallow.
Okay. I will take one for the team, and I will very happily go through any of those applications for you, just to weed out any really good looking people for you.
She'll take that on,
And
no
I will-
problem. You don't have to
Ever
pull
the
her
martyr.
hair or
And then
leg.
Wait, Asia, did you have this, the love from the first sight or whatever you're asking about? Did you have this? Because I had this once, in my life. That's why I don't believe in love from the first sight, because it was
No.
complete bullshit, So it was like in movie, I'm in the bar, like I'm hanging out, and my girlfriend, she's working as a barman. So I came to her on the work to just hang out in the bar, talk a bit, and then we went home because we also was neighbors. So I'm sitting there, and I like turning in the side, and I see a guy with the curly hairs, like I
Ooh.
told you, I like the hairs and the men.
Mhm.
And it turned out, and everything like it's so more, and I see only him, and it's like in a movie, I swear to God. But this guy turned out such an asshole at first. I didn't like him from we walked, we went to another city to just travel. I remember with our friends, and we go just with each other, and we don't feel passion at all. Even it's like super uncomfortable, but it was the feeling like it was love from the first sight. So that's how I don't believe in it anymore at all, because it was with me like in movie, and it leads to nothing. So I don't even understand what it was. That's right.
I have never had a love at first sight moment, except for this one time. Literally, the guy could have walked up to me, and I had who I was going with currently beside me, and my dad. We were at a concert, and he's a singer, an unknown. He was going in after for like the closing when everybody was leaving. He was a singer for the group, and like their backup singer. They brought him in to sing his first single, so they were helping him get his career going. When I tell you, this is like a huge admission for me. I would have, if he came up to me and asked me to just go naked, I would have. And yeah, like right there, it would have been on, because I had an out of body experience when he started singing. I wasn't paying attention to him, and all of a sudden I heard this deeply raspy voice, and I look up, and he's got this gorgeous wavy hair, and he's super tall, not too muscular. I was gone. I was
AC is
just
feeling the
gone.
Holy Spirit right now, just thinking about
Yeah.
I was. That kid carried me and it has for years. Yeah, for real.
Wow.
So what was next?
I don't even know his name,
that's the best
and I'm
kind.
okay with that. Yeah, right. I wasn't going to pursue it because I was like, okay, that would be dangerous if I'm willing to do that kind of thing in reaction in public, and I'm only just hearing him sing. Yeah, no, I'm
Why
scared of the
sometimes you
powers
are
he would
so,
have.
AC, you are such a crazy person, but sometimes you go into limit yourself with logic. Why?
Yes, I do. But no, there was no logic in that moment, and until after I realized that I was literally sweating with who I was with currently and my father. And no. Yeah, then I realized just how much power that person would have over me. There was no way. There was no way I would have survived. I'd have done anything.
He
He was a
wouldn't
siren.
survive. Come on. Okay, to be honest, I want to hear rock. Yeah, had you have this experience in your life with a immediate match with a person, like with love with the first sight or something like that?
So yes, it has happened to me just once,
Mm.
and it continuously happened for a couple of days, but there was no way for anything to, come out of it. Um, I was too young. He was married with kids, so there was zero chance of anything. But we enjoyed each other's company in the outdoors, and I was traveling after that. I blew my roommate's head with talking about him for a few months, and somehow I managed to meet him accidentally a year later, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Was that the guy for real?" I am so happy. I mean, I had never ever experienced anything like that in my life. It was just crazy. And I am so happy that I got over it because it wasn't healthy. And I don't think it's love. I think it's just fire. And,
Mhm,
those people can either be together or not, but this is not, it's a fire that burns out. It's
mhm.
not long lasting. You don't know the person. You don't value them as who they really are because you don't know them.
Mhm.
So, I don't truly believe in love of first sight um, like that. But yeah. And there's something else we were talking about earlier, what you value in men. I totally agree with Dali and all of you girls, but I cannot really be too long with someone who's intellectually poor. And there is
Mm.
something that the many people don't think of as much, I guess. Um, I am big on smells.
That's so
No.
interesting. Your
I I
olfactory.
cannot
Wow.
You are
like I can
second
love
person
I
that who's saying this. I heard it from one couple, and the fun fact that they both met on the internet, and they both told like it's important for them to have like this match in smells, and not like the fuck. So
yes.
you're the third person I
I've heard
hear.
of that.
Like I can love the eyes, I can love the lips, which is usually what first draws me to look at someone.
The
But
lips.
if there's like if they don't smell right, I just keep moving. I can't
Yeah,
stop.
I just never met
I
person
agree with
who
that.
like smell absolutely bad. I can't imagine the problem with
Oh
smell.
yes, there is
Yeah?
people. Oh God,
Yeah.
please.
Or there's
Yes.
people, it's not necessarily that they stink either. There's something, it is a pheromone thing sometimes. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there's something
Yeah.
about like,
Chemistry.
yeah, there's something about his
Chemistry.
I don't know if his pH is off or what, but something ain't right.
Yes. Yes. I agree. Yes. Yeah.
Well, and there is something there to that because people that are psychotic, they're supposed to have this sense. I mean, like anything that's wrong in your, brain, there's animals that react to that, and so there's something to uh, that people that have Alzheimer's have a different scent. So if you enjoy, it's probably we should practice it a lot more often. If we are attracted to the smell, it's probably you're a lot more stable mentally. I don't know.
Where
We'll
is
go
it
with that.
So if he just smells fucking crazy. So, okay. I like that.
I just
His
never
voice can sound like a helicopter, deep and thriving. It just wouldn't matter if his scent is not right.
I
It's
just
true though.
never
Imagine you're
had
gonna
this experience when person like smell super bad, and it's like once I had my hair girl who is like dyeing hair me in blonde, and she has a problem with the smell from her mouth, but it was a girl and I didn't care much, but and she wore these brackets, and I thought the problem is it, but I never met a guy who's like with the problem with the smell. Like I don't know. So for me, it's like something.
it's
Mm.
not that they have a problem with their smell. It's just it, it's like I can have you around for a little bit, but you're not one that I can stand for a long time. And it's not that they
Yeah.
have BO, like body odor. It's not that. It's just I don't connect. I I don't know how to explain it, but it's like their smell can either draw me towards them or I could just care less that they exist there. I don't know how to explain it else.
Mm.
I mean, I
Mm.
could get that. I can get the pheromones thing. There are guys that I found like physically attractive, and then they were like close, and then it's just like there was like a whiff of like their breath or something. Like there was one guy I was very interested in, and there was like he was. I mean, like he was like he smoked a lot of pot, but like whatever, like he brushed teeth. But there's something like about his breath that was like particularly stale, and it totally dried me the fuck up. I was like, nope, we can't ever. This isn't going to like. Now I have this like embedded in my brain that this is what you smell like. I
Oh
found him like
wow.
physically attractive. He was brilliant. Like he was, but there was something about it that was just like, yeah, this isn't. There's something about you that makes you very impermanent, my friend.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I don't know. I can't understand. Like I can accept a man the same size at me or even thinner as a man. Like for me, he doesn't exist at all. Like
Yeah.
two thin men, even if they are tall, for me, like they are kids, and I just don't understand that they are men. You know, for me, like I can even if they fat, maybe it's better, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want a man that like was smaller than me.
Not even
Like,
smaller, but that
but
thing.
I'm saying like as like a body dimensions, I just don't like it. That wouldn't feel. I'm 5'3" as it is, so I'm not a very big person.
Oh, for
So
you? I'm
yeah, so
5'4" too. Like
yeah,
everyone is so tall around.
exactly. So, but like,
Girl,
it's
mini
not even a
girl.
height thing. It's a like a body thing. If it's like if he's very
Mhm.
small framed, like I just like it makes me more self conscious. It's not like a thing about them. It's just like
Mhm.
now I feel like I feel like a whale next to you. So I don't want that. I don't want to feel like a fat fuck. I'm gonna have to
I
find a
don't think
fatter
like oh,
motherfucker.
um, for me, yeah, that's like a school guys, you know, too small, too small.
I also don't
Mm.
like guys who are too fit. Like it
Too
doesn't work
fit?
Yes,
for me.
like the real
I've
two
been
fit.
talking on mute. Sorry.
What?
You've been talking
I'm
on
like, I know, I'm like, they're not responding to anything. I guess they just think I'm drawing over here.
Because you was.
Yeah,
No way.
I
I'm
was like,
looking at
Atlas,
you.
you're
I'm
so
looking at you all
fascinating.
the time.
I'm like talking, and I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like I'm listening to a podcast or Spaces. Oh my god, you guys are so entertaining. How's he looking, girls?
Yes, he look.
I
Mm,
love the variation in his hair.
Yeah, I had to do
Mhm.
something. It's like blending in with the background. And if I lighten it too much, yeah, we'll have to come back. You know what I do? I like finish them and then I'll let them sit for like a day or two and I'll come back and look at it. I'll be like, oh, like I could fix this and this and this and this. So this is gonna be my ending point for this. Um, but yeah,
I think you should be proud.
It,
thank
look, it
you.
looks very much like the picture.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mhm.
girls.
Definitely.
Thanks. I'll you guys will see it when it's in its final form. So yeah, thanks for being along on the ride.
I like how you did like the checkered shirt underneath too, because I like there's so much texture to it. Like, how do you make it
Yeah.
like imply
Yeah.
it but with pixels?
Right. It's so hard. It's like you have to and then you have to decide on the color and the shade. You're like, all right, I'm gonna capture this shade, this color, this shade, this color, and then I'm gonna call it. So yeah, it's so fun for me.
Pixel Queen, don't think like you can skip the all answers.
I was like,
Ooh.
I was like, I'm about to shimmy on out of here before I have to answer anything. Just trying to shimmy on out. Okay, wait, what was the question?
I think we
I'm a
talk
bad
about
student.
I think we talk about fetishes right now because
Oh,
Wait,
Rox
what?
like she has this smell fetish.
That's not a fetish. It's
I
just
call it
Good.
fetish because you know it's common, if it's not common, then you only some people have it. It's a fetish.
Is it really?
no.
I thought
Oh,
a fetish was
no.
something that was like more obsessive.
See,
Yes.
Like you obsessed over.
And it's usually out of the norms. Like it's a little on the side.
Okay, let Pixie
Or
Queen answer.
is that
this.
obsession? Because there's fetishes and obsessions.
We're learning a
Oh,
lot
I
today.
think obsessions are like you're just super drawn to it like a train wreck, whereas a fetish is like I get some
Train wreck.
dopamine from it. Like there's some there's
So
some input and
which
output
one?
to it.
Which one was my instant draw to the singer guy? Which one was it? A fetish or was it obsession?
Oh, that's such a good
Obsession over
question.
the voice, over his voice. To my
Yeah.
And
understanding,
it
you were
was
drawn.
something.
You were
Yeah,
into his voice.
Someone said like
I am with
fire.
rocks. I agree. I concur with that answer. I think it would be in
I
obsession.
accept it.
Because if it had
That makes
if it's a
sense.
repeat thing, then you're a serial, and then that means it's a pattern.
Yeah, like if there were multiple people that you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this kind of voice really does it for
Yeah.
me. From
This
it's a
kind of
fetish.
voice really does it for me. I mean, there are some guys in this space. Let's be honest. There's some guys in this space that it doesn't matter what they say. You just join a space to just hear their voice.
because
Because
when they have
it
an
may
accent,
not-
because that does it for me.
Ooh.
I love
Oh,
the
yeah.
American accent.
Favorite accents.
Oh my god.
You sound foreign? Yeah,
can't.
read the dictionary to me. Let's fucking go. Like
right?
Australian and British boys.
I know, but I'm like,
Australian?
why you sound so
Seriously?
smart?
God, everything they say sounds smart and sexy. It's insane.
Mhm.
It's
It's like how there's
British.
palaces everywhere.
No, wait,
there.
it's good British guy, not Australian. Australian
Yes.
sounds like, you know, the more
Wild. I know they're wild, but they're
yeah, they like
Scottish. I love Scottish accents. They're like
Yeah.
pretty Scotland.
The attitude, because it's the mental attitude. It comes out in the way that they
It's-
phrase things. So the way that they emphasize words and everything. Yeah, I have to
It's so
say,
fun.
not the really posh, but the really nice, kind of sweet UK guys.
Oh yeah.
yes, and also I'm attracted by they're a bit cold, you know, so you want to
Yes, you're right. Right.
Hey, toxic
Okay.
queen. I like that.
you want to, for some reason you want to catch them and like
Sorry,
To
I was
touch
reacting
them.
to Logan in the chat. Not you. I don't even know what I said no to.
You can't say no to bogan. It's gotta be arnar.
I know. Like I feel myself getting very embarrassed right now. He's like, my accent. Thank you.
I do like Bogan's accent though, because and
I
when
do.
he said, listen, he said he was Mexican. I was like, you could have said you were fucking anything else.
Right?
Like
Anything.
yeah, we have UK guy, yeah. UK
Okay.
pretty
No,
sexy,
I'm so embarrassed now.
have you ever had it where you would talk to some like you've known some guy like in a chat or Discord and you've talked to him forever and then you hear him in Spaces for the first time and you're like,
they're different all the time. They're
hello?
so different.
Yes.
It made me if you want to renew my passport then and there. You're like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Voice
Where's this
doesn't
Irish guy?
match with appearance at all, and also but you know what I hate, what I really hate, when they making their voice like artificially sexy, like hey girl. And
Yes.
you see that she's trying hard to make this
Yeah.
hey girl.
There was this one guy that he did that, and I'm like, I laughed, like I couldn't stop it. It came out, and he's like, "Well, I guess I know where I stand now." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was, but that was not bridging whatever gap it was."
Yeah. Aw, he tried.
Yeah.
He tried.
Yeah.
He did.
He tried.
And I said, I mean, that's great that you
I
tried,
do.
and I just hope it didn't, deflate you too much, but keep going. To the
No,
next
he wanted to
girl,
rope
even
after
they
that.
Yeah, but AC, you said some guys are too impatient. Yeah, so they like to wanting immediately calls with you, and that's it. Everything that like this, but they actually don't take an action to meet you. You know, they are impatient in having calls, but then they patient again somehow, so they don't want to meet you or something like this, you know, because I had this experience but when I was like 18 years old, I think, when I just like the guy and I traveled to him in another city. But no man did the same for me. For some reason, they are, impassioned with calls and conversations, but they don't travel in your country and like don't do
Mhm.
nothing like this. I don't know. Did you have this experience?
I don't ever like guys that are local to me, so yes. I don't know
This
what
is
it is,
the
but like the closer they
American
are,
way
it's
to
just like I like that distance. I don't know what it does. It is about it. Maybe it's like that safety of knowing it's like, okay, if it doesn't work out, he could fuck off on the other side of the world forever.
Mhm.
honestly, there's a lot to that. Every
Yeah.
single one of them that has been kind of an interest, it's been over, I mean, like seriously, a completely different country. It's not the same continent, not the same side of the world. Uh, I think the closest one was in the it was in the UK. Otherwise, they're like,
UK? What?
yeah.
But you have so many guys from US. Like for me, by the way, for me, Americans is super, super sexy and they're like more, open-minded. I feel like they are more fun, they are more like passionate maybe, and they are like you feel like real person, behind it.
Mm.
No?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think I understand that because like there is a, I mean, there is like that rigidity that really doesn't exist as much here. You know, especially in the Web3 guys. Like it's just like there is a, and I'm not saying degen in a bad way because obviously I have one too, but like there is something about just like that degen like just casuality where it's just like, it feels way more receptive where you don't have somebody who is so rigid that you feel like you have to break his shell to actually get to know him.
Yes, thank you for these words. Yes, it feels like more free. You can immediately start laughing with the person. You
Yeah.
don't need to like pretend someone to be in this circle. You just start laughing from the start, and that's what make this connection special.
Yeah.
What about Italian Americans? Italian Americans. I know only one Italian American. He's pretty fun, but he's making this sexy voice.
Almost all my exes are Italian American, so I don't know. Apparently, I got a problem. I think it's a disease, but it's because they're my exes. So shit. It depends. So like I'm from outside the Philadelphia area, so there is like so I'm from New Jersey. So there's a
New
difference between like
Jersey.
yeah, there is a difference between like a New Jersey Italian American and like a Chicago Italian American and then like an
What?
LA Italian American.
What the
Yeah,
difference?
there's just a difference. Their accents are different. The way they carry themselves is a little different. New Jersey ones are a little more confrontational.
Yes.
Where it's like you could say something like you could tell them it's like you know, hey, your shoes on time. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Your shoes on time, bro. It's like, oh, you don't think I could tie my shoes, motherfucker? Your shoes on time. I'm trying to help you. You know, and
Yeah.
so there's a little bit of that, and so and because that's the area I grew up in. But like then you gotta go to the Midwest, and it's kind of like a more like old school, like more focus on like that a family kind of Italian American. It's like okay, I could deal with this. This is more like um, I don't know. It's just it's like the more like what you see on TV because that's how people are in the Midwest. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are. They are just like that in the Midwest. They're just like
They're all the
friendlier.
same.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but there is that like underlying current of a different kind of culture. LA Italian Americans are just kind of like they're guys from LA, but they kind of have this undercurrent of like they go back to their roots and usually they know how to cook. So it's kind of like you have to. There's a lot of U.S. for as small globally speaking as it is, there are so many different like regional cultures here because a guy from the South isn't the same as a guy from Florida from the South, and definitely isn't the same guy from like New England as it is from the Northeast, like New Jersey. Like there's so much regional culture here that you really do get a different flavor, even if they're the same kind of like ethnic background. They can just act completely different based on where they are regionally in the US. So
When Dyla was talking about it, by the way, you know what I thought about? That for me is also important to having this like this similar background with the guy, like because I'm like from the super like poor family, right? So I built myself from the scratch myself. So I decided to move to another city, then another city, then another country, and I decided to build my career and everything. So I don't match with people who is like had everything immediately, you
mhm,
know, who
Mhm.
didn't try for
Mhm.
this. So for me to having the similar background with me, it was seeing that person actually like tried to build something from himself, and that he's like, you know, thought about himself, you know, in this way. It's super important. How it's for you? Because Diala, I know that you have like super interesting life story, like not easy at all. Like, is it important for you? Because like we know in this space, like we have a lot of people who is like had just, you know, good families, and
mhm.
they
Mhm.
just bought like Pudgy penguins, and that's it. That's how they build their brand. And
Yes. Yeah, I gotta say that I feel very similar, and I think it's because I had a similar upbringing. Like everything, like I had to build myself from zero. Like I had nothing. I knew what it was like to have to work really hard, and when I meet somebody who has it, things are just handed to them, there is kind of like this instantaneous resentment, whether that's wrong or right. There's a feeling of like, okay, you don't even understand to appreciate, and oftentimes they're complaining about things that are really inane. Or I was with one guy and he's very financially off and he's like bitching about his parents and stuff. And it's just like, they wouldn't let me use their weekend house. I'm like, are you fucking for real? Like, this is something that you complain about. And it's just little things like that
yeah,
where it's just like you want somebody who comes to life with the same perspective as you are, which means a certain ethic of I earned this, so I'm proud of myself because I earned this kind of feeling, and I have an appreciation for it in a different way because I know what it's like to be without it. And no matter how humble you are, if everything always came easy to you, you just cannot
yes,
cultivate that feeling
thank
of
you.
appreciation.
And you have a feeling that you talk with the kid, even if the person achieved, you know, things, but it gets easy for them. You feel like you talk with the kid, you know. They just didn't get some simple yeah points.
Yeah.
AC, how it's for you?
Uh, I really struggle with the same thing though. Connecting with someone who has never understood like their relationship to reality. It feels like they don't actually understand reality because their reality is so far removed from what I have ever been exposed to as normal. But I have met a couple people that were raised really advantageously, and they're aware of it. They don't. It's not a disadvantage, but they seek to connect beyond those limitations because whatever way you are, it's a limitation in how you're connecting to people. And when I see someone that feels that they're better than other people just because of their position and they had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it, I
No,
do
this
not
kind
want
of
to have
people,
anything to
yeah.
do with them. I can't stand it at all. They're not worth my time. I don't want to have anything to do with them in business. I don't want to interact with them because exposing that to myself, it's just this constant negative, and I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah, here I agree. Rock, how it's for you?
I agree with you, girls. I believe everyone should have like what I call them positive friction points. But that would, besides our past and the way we were brought up, also would include our vision for the future. Because to be with someone in long term, you have to have like similar dreams, similar goals, and so
100.
you guys can like move forward together. um, but yes, absolutely agree, background. And even if it's like, even if it's a little bit different, or you have a lot of opposite points in the background, as long as your understanding of life and morals match, you can keep moving and find common points for the future.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. I have to say, like I've you know, and this is probably like, you know, the hot take, but I'm Latina, right? I have not had the experience where I'm more attracted to Latinos than any other. As a matter of fact, it's been kind of the opposite. And that's not saying all of them. I think it's just the ones that I've been exposed to. That it's just like, but you know, there is this kind of like there's this kind of idea where it's like you would want somebody who had very similar culture to you, and while I would love to have somebody to share that culture, there is just like there are certain
Mhm.
there are certain things that like we just like I haven't been able to really kind of mesh with somebody on that level. So like I've actually gotten shit from like my family, and they're like, why wouldn't you ever date a Latino? Do you think you're like too good for it? And I'm like, kind of like the ones I've met are assholes, so
I know.
I'm not going to diminish my standards for myself just because of an ethnicity. Like that's kind of stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I really can understand, as a Russian who is now living in another country, and also all my surroundings right now, it's immigrated like Russian immigrants, right? And you guys, like people who would talk in English only, and that's it. So for me, like at first, I felt more cultural identity with Russian, because we have, like, for example, this funny Russian rap battles, and I can't laugh with you about it, but it's such a thing with my friends, right? But with time only, I noticed that I started to have more common cultural things with people with who I talk constantly, not with my Russian friends. So I think this cultural thing is kind of, you can change it, something like, just
yeah,
just having conversation with different type of people. That's how I feel like I'm
yeah.
more close because sometimes, again, about stupid humor or outdated humor, I feel like this, like, Russian jokes, that's not funny for me anymore. Like, they're dated, maybe.
I think that's one of the great things about Web3 is like I
Uh,
think like for
yeah.
me, I didn't feel like I necessarily fit in as well with even just like the community I grew up and around in. And like I always felt a little more left of center. I was way more into like music and art culture and things like that. And
Mm,
who I was around was not that. It was very rigid. It was very money oriented, very image oriented. And while I think image is important, at the same time, I'm like, I like having an identity that isn't like everybody else. I like doing goofy things. I like being into silly things. Like it does make me less of a person, and I have not been able to kind of feel comfortable in my own skin until I came to Web3, and I was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. There's just it's just like I've
yeah.
just not around many people like me.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so it has like it's helped me have confidence in myself in a way that I always thought I had to make myself smaller to fit somebody else's ideal of what a woman should be or how I should act. But I was very sorely unhappy. Now it's just like, okay, no, there are other people who are kind of like get it, who can have like serious jobs and careers, but still have lightheartedness and still be really into art and still be into culture and still be into
Mhm.
tech, and that doesn't make them immature or weird. It's just a different thing. So I've found in Web3 where it allows me to connect with people in a different way and show me that the world is bigger than what I had around me.
I super agree with you, and would say more. Like, I remember when I enter, like, I started to collect art before Web3. Just offline. I just
Mm-hmm.
started meeting people, artists from galleries, and then I just somehow started connected with them, and collecting like interested in collect art, and in general all my work, IRL work, was connected with our art and culture all my life. So I was collecting at home some toys, some some small items. I like this thing. Like, I was IRL collectioner before Web3. And I remember one guy, his name is Master of Coin. He's noticed me and he added me into chat with whales, with guys, with big collectioners, like with very rich people. And this chat actually put me on the like another level a bit, from
Yeah.
communication, from everything. So, we just talk about many stuff, and I survived like this huge breakup in my life. So we talk about this and that, and one day we start sharing our how we like our home interiors.
Mhm.
And for the first time in my life, I felt like I'm in the right group because their photos, interiors, were exactly the same as mine.
Yeah.
I saw these people collecting comic books, these people collecting toys, and I like, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
So that's why right now when I see people collecting something, I'm like, you're my people, you're my guy, like, or girl, doesn't matter, because I understand, like, now for me it's indicator, like we have the same blood, if you collecting something, we have the same blood.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks Web3 for it, for this experience for you. Where else you can meet such a great people?
Yeah. You're super lucky to do it younger, because let me tell you, I'm 40, so like the commonalities get very low around this age group for people who just kind of like, I mean, like, look at the fucking stuffed animals on my desk, dude. Like people like it be like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And I'm like, "It's just a fucking stuffed animal. Like, the world's a shitty place. Let me have my fucking stuffed capybara. The fuck."
Okay,
It,
this doesn't make any sense to me because look at how many guys are so deeply into sports that their entire wardrobe revolves around that color scheme and no other. And their lucky pair of socks that they'll wear on weird occasions, or the odd, they're they cannot say that someone who collects any kind of interest of any type is strange when they're obsessed literally over something themselves.
yeah. I still don't know how to explain what I do to anybody in Web 2. I just say I'm in marketing, because
Yeah, I agree. Oh, thank you. Because I agree with you. I still can't explain it as well. I'm started like, oh, I'm working with projects, and this project's building Web3. Like, I can't explain normally. It's impossible
I've
because
had like family members ask, and they're like, "Oh, you're live streaming? Can I watch?" I'm like, "Fuck no, you can't. No, no."
My parents would not understand at all. If they even
yeah.
got so far, it would probably take me days to have them even load any kind of a website that had anything to do with Web3.
I'm having like my IRL friends on my Instagram page, and for a long time I was too shy to have the same, social life on my Instagram page, to upload all this weird crypto stuff that I'm posting on X. But with time I understood why it is. It's like inviting friends in your workspace. Doesn't matter when you work, it's weird to have your friends in your workspace because you're literally like doing something and they need to watch it you, like it's not the place for a friend. So after I understood it, I was I became much more relaxed in it. I don't care right now, okay, they're watching, but it's my work and you don't belong to be here, like I
Yeah.
don't care what they think anymore. So
You don't
but,
belong here.
but better to block all your relatives, that's for sure.
I love when you say that. You have said that like multiple times now. Block all your relatives, do all this, and I have tried because there's people that okay, I used to be very heavily into very, very, very conservative church, and anything, like literally anything I do right now would be very much offensive to them. And some of them would even be, the type to message me, hey, do like this whole weird guilt tripping thing. And um I'm not about that. And so I do try to block almost it's such a large amount of people at this point.
Yeah,
So
I've
I
had like
do
random people
understand.
like follow me that's like, "Oh, I went to high school with them." Like, you know how like I haven't had Facebook in years because like No. But like,
That is
you know, but
scary.
I'll have like random people that I went to like high school with like follow me, and I'm like, guess I'm traumatizing somebody else today. Like I got to a point where I was just like, if they end up finding me on the internet, it kind of just is what it is. And like I'm like, I've got to be comfortable enough in myself where if they just happen to find it and they don't like it, it's just like I'm not doing anything wrong. I definitely am not hurting anybody. I take a lot of pride in what I do. And if that's something that doesn't work for them, then I feel bad for them and maybe they should reflect on what kind of person they are. But I can't feel shame about like I love what I do. I love my community,
Yeah.
you know? Right. So but yeah, it is kind of weird when I mean I was in model Congress and like a lot of politic connections and in the
You know,
Department of Justice. So like
life is so complicated to feel yourself ashamed of who you are, because I remember, that's why now all this problem with school for guys who just, is school right now, it's so, you can't explain it for them, but it costs nothing. Because I thought when I was like in school, again, I was in a private school, but my family was super, super poor, so we could afford ourselves only this private school, because my parents work for this school. But
Ooh.
other guys into my school were really like from rich families, so we had like, and I was so ashamed that I'm like poor and they are rich all the time, so I thought like, oh, and also I was a bit, weird in my way, and they are like normal guys.
yeah.
So I was like thinking like, oh, they will be so great in the future, and I have no idea what my future will look like. And at the end, like 10 years after, on the like you can watch back at it and understand like you doing great. You implement all your dreams. You doing everything like cool with the people who close to you. And when I watch at them, some lost their mind. They're like into some weird religions right now. Someone just with their families, and that's it. So when you see how people changing and how you changing, you understand like nothing is stable in the life.
Mhm.
So the point where you are right now, you shouldn't be ashamed of who you are. You should do like everything that you are doing, because you never know where you will be in another 10 years. Maybe I will crazy and they will be on top. Maybe I will be on top and they will be still crazy, So never feel yourself ashamed about your way.
They're still gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be on top. They're gonna be. That's literally been one of the biggest things that I keep it in my mind. Like the people that are the type to like message me to say, hey, you're gonna be going to hell for that what you're doing is wrong, and because there's
For
been that.
what? Wait.
And
Them
I'm
damn
like, you know what?
JPEGs. No, so you send it straight to hell.
Right? God hates JPEGs.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wasn't that what it was? God hates JPEGs. I
Saying that you
do.
need to be in hell for it. What the
I
fuck?
just keep it in my mind that their world is so limited, and they really just don't understand anything beyond their small world and their small thoughts. And I'm so grateful to be experiencing more. I have been able to travel the world, and not like extensively. I traveled twice. I went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which was amazing. Watching a storm off of the coast, standing on a beach with my bare feet was, I'll remember it for the rest of my life. It was beautiful. And then to going to Amsterdam, I never did anything on my own. I've never been on public transportation ever at all in another country where I didn't speak the language, and I had no phone service for at least half of the trip. And
What?
I'm walking all over Amsterdam by myself. Nobody else was on my side for some reason. I misunderstood where everybody else was that I knew.
Oh my
And
god.
so I'm way on the opposite side of Amsterdam from, it was for the Solana conference. And so I walked back and forth to the opening every morning, except like once or twice. And I'll never forget it. Yeah, I want to do it again. I would so absolutely travel
I've
the
never
world by
been. We can
myself.
go together because I've never been.
I will go
I
with
will
you.
adore that.
Can you
That would
imagine?
be so
We can
immense,
have
immense.
a cute little Airbnb and we could all go. Yay.
I will
I'm
That would
down.
be
go.
so perfect.
I'm
Wait,
down.
Yeah,
if I get a decent enough group, I'll talk to Finn and be like, "Hey,
literally.
we should."
So tough.
If I can get a sponsor for that, I'm in.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm in. If I will have a sponsor, I'm in to travel anywhere.
I'll create content. I will stay up 24/7. I mean, I have insomnia to some degree anyway. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever.
we
I
have a
can I
lot of
can
great
work
projects
hard.
in on abstract. We're always asking like what they can do with abstract angels. So you know what? Maybe that's something that we should focus
Traveling.
on. Be like, hey, you know what? Yeah. Sponsor us to have like a nice Airbnb at one of these events so we can all go, we can create content, we can talk about what you're
That
doing,
would
and
be
that way, you know
Create
what I
some
mean?
insane.
content.
Because
It would be insane.
because it's do what you can throw you can like pay people to like shill it on a stream or whatever, and yeah, that can be effective, but honestly the most effective marketing in web3 are the IRLs, and when people
Yes.
get to talk to each other. And one of the strongest ways of marketing any product in web3 really is when you have it to have people who represent your brand at an IRL. Like you could do all the stuff on the timeline that you want, but if you have somebody in IRL, they're like, "Oh shit, they're the real deal." You know? So it's just like, "Hey, why not? I could print out a step and repeat and set up a whole streaming corner where we could have an Airbnb and, have streams where we're talking about these different projects and we can like actually do significant content together, and why not? Why not?"
It's not
Yes.
why not. It's a real thing.
Can
Yes.
I
No.
can I pull a Dyla move on Dyla, please?
What's up?
Woo!
Can we think of something maybe that can happen for NFT NYC?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Actually,
When it
so
will be? When it will be?
so
There's a few angels I'm sure would love to get an opportunity.
From the Europe.
Europe,
Yes.
bring the
so
Russians too.
yeah, so I have
I'm
mentioned
even, waving like a penguin. Like tell them.
it's June 24th through the
Fifth,
25th. 25th through the
Mhm.
27th?
25,
25th to the
26.
26th.
25th to 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. Cuz I know
Just
I'm going to be there probably till the morning of the 27th. So actually Leah had mentioned it. Leo Wynn had mentioned it in the chat the other day of like this event, because I did have a meeting over like a venue that we could have where we'd be able to have like, but it's like a cafe where we'd have like streaming opportunities, everything. But yeah, I definitely am cooking on that and want to do something. I would love to have more angels represented at these events. Like you've had, it gave me such FOMO to see like the Bear Baddies where they had like their whole like detox
Right?
weekend.
Tyler,
And
I have a question by the
yeah,
way that Bogdan asked, and I have this question too. It will be NFC Lisbon, and I thinking to go in there. Like I'm working right now on the visa to go in there. Maybe some opportunities.
when's Lisbon?
June 4th.
June 4th.
June.
Yeah,
That's right.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to go to that. Who the heck is going to Lisbon? Let me double check and see what's going on in Lisbon. Okay. I'm
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it but I just don't know what's going on for Lisbon, and I know that I've been in talks for New York, but yeah, I don't know what our representation looks like. Or like I said, there's so many different projects on Abstract. Like I really I really hope that these projects see the
I would
power
like to
of the
connect more.
community and huh?
I would like to connect more with projects on the abstract. They just done not in my now bubble, and I want to collaborate with some. I'm doing spaces and would happy to
There
invite.
is there is so much. I know
Yeah.
AC has worked with a few, and there I'm getting kind of more traction from that, especially because I'm doing these spaces twice a week where I'm
Mhm.
doing so much with these projects because first and foremost, I'm letting these projects know. I'm like, we have, yeah, it's a women's community, but first and foremost, we have some amazing creators who are consistent creators, who are
Yes.
quality creators here, and
Really,
you have
really.
access to them. So why wouldn't you? Like, so that's really kind of like my biggest thing. It's like, yeah, they come on my space, and it's like, yeah, Dyla, works for Abstract, so that's one thing. It's like, not only do I work for Abstract, but I have a whole slew of creators at my
Mhm.
disposal that I can tell you, hey, this person does this, I'd be happy. We can connect you. Like, it cuts out the middleman so much.
Yes.
So lately I've actually been having kind of like a few more calls where I'm just like getting to know projects and being like, hey, if there's a way we can connect you, like, let us know and let's figure that out, because you the angels that have been here, you ladies have been here for months, but if not before, but right when Abstract launched.
Yep.
There is
Yeah.
really nobody better to represent the projects that are building in this space than the angels, who have been building here forever and have shown that they're a real genuine part of the community. So let them, in my opinion, I'm like, let them cook. Why wouldn't you? Like, it makes no sense for me them not to. So yeah, that's what.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's been
We'll let
also
you
those
cook.
meetings on the back end too. I get a lot of meetings lately, but they're
Mhm.
great because I get to do stuff like that. So
Yeah, if you could check the Lisbon will be great because I really, really want to go there. I'm working on the visa right now, so Bagan, yeah, just pay attention to these two. And yeah, girls, it was
Bogan is
amazing.
trying to work out getting some people to wear his costumes in Singapore.
who is?
And
Oh yes, and I want to be in Singapore because today I had an interview with a girl, Aurora, who is building 9F Studio Art. You know
Mhm.
this. So she will be in Singapore as well. It will be her first NFT event, and I will be I want to be there too because to October I definitely can create something with my visa. So let's all be there.
that's exciting.
Yeah. I definitely I have to tap in and see what's going on for Singapore, because I did
Let's
not go to Dubai, and honestly I don't think, like, it wasn't like, as much as I wanted to go, it really wasn't good as far as timing, and I'm glad the way
Yeah.
that we were represented in Dubai. But I am interested in kicking the idea
Dude,
around
in Dubai,
Singapore.
it was crazy. And
Yeah.
that's the part why I'm so bullish because, usually in Web3, everything is such a, not really great level. And from what I saw, Abstract, make everything perfect on Dubai. Like
Yeah.
everything was so professional, so, good. And I'm like, damn, this team is really cooking hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was really great. So you guys.
Yeah, I think that they're already starting to kind of like talk about um token in Singapore now. And we have somebody who's kind of like on the he's done a lot of the Pudgy event coordination, and he does a lot with the Abstract so that they can have like that cohesion. So I know that there's Singapore's already being mentioned because they do want to do something that's significant, and obviously the organization of the team has really, not necessarily organization, but they really like want to make a good showing, and they make the most out of every event, and I really respect that about them. So if we can make it
Yeah.
happen,
Definitely.
let's fucking make it happen.
Let's go. But at first, can you add me into Angel City chat because I'm not there and you guys.
Why? Are you fucking kidding me?
There.
That's embarrassing.
I thought you were there. Hold
No,
on.
I'm not there. It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine though, but I'm not there.
No,
and
it's not fine.
No, it's not. How are you not there?
Bro,
Like
not
every
there
time though
either.
I find out that somebody was not in there, I'm like, how? I thought you were in there.
Yeah, if there's any like Angel who's like, or basically anybody, because it's a co-ed chat and they want to be added to Angel City, like, please do. That's not something like, if
Absolutely.
anybody really needs my permission for. It's really, Ira, you are in Angel City.
Right now, yes.
I just added her.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, Rox, I'm adding you because apparently
you.
I'm a deadbeat.
That's okay.
What?
That's all right.
I'm so embarrassed right now.
You. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. I
Yeah,
didn't mean it. I promise.
because I've talked to Rox about this before, and did I completely ignore that you were not in Angel City at all?
I don't know, and that's
Ah.
okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry for real about it. It's so normal. So yeah, I'm super happy to be here
Yeah,
right now because you guys sharing photos and I want to see some photos of.
yeah. And just know, like
By
that's
the
a,
way, by the way, next week, next Tuesday, I have an interview with Boss Kev on my account. So yeah,
yee.
let's
Are they
go.
doing the
Yeah.
reveal next week?
I thought it's today.
Is
I
it
thought like
today?
I was convinced that it's today. Like I
Is it
don't know,
on OpenSea?
and you know why? Why? Because Kix posted yesterday that they are revealing now NFT. So I thought it's today, like But guys, today after my today's post, like I made jam today's final boss reveal. I thought it's today, and guys like writing to me in DMs like all the time, like it's not today. Why this today? Where you find this information? And I'm like, intuition, intuition, guys.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet. So, but hold on.
I
My
thought it was today as
I
well,
know
so I
Rain
don't know
Rain sent
what's
something.
going on.
did I mint it in?
Because she grabbed a screenshot and it was supposed to be in some chat, but I don't know if she posted it out.
Kicks. Damn, I've forgotten how his name right. Yes, Kicks. So he posted it's even yesterday that its final boss reveal today. Wait, the fuck?
Hmm.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, why do I have so many Pokemon
Yes,
cards in my
yes.
wallet?
Wait.
Dilly.
Like
It's silly.
this is kicked spot,
Really?
quick coffee before hell, like final boss reveal. And that's why I thought it's final boss reveal like next day. It was yesterday. The fuck?
Okay. Confirm.
Guys, it was amazing stream with you today. It was such a pleasure to talk with you for real. We need to make these girly streams more often. What do you think?
I'm
I
down.
agree.
I'm okay with that. Just please don't ask me to reveal many more secrets of mine. I don't
That's
think I could
the
take it.
point. Next stream will be called AC Secrets. I swear.
But only if I can make up some, and then you won't know which ones are real and which ones are fake.
Do it.
We
Build the
can
lore.
guess. We can guess.
That's
How about we
real
do a guessing
interesting.
game?
That
Oh,
I like that. Okay, I will
Guessing
say
game.
yes to that. We can play that game. I'll definitely do that, Ira, if you're down.
yes, let's do this. So we can do this next Wednesday if you or in the next Wednesday. How comfortable for you, by the way, having it every week or in a week?
What do you mean?
Every
week?
week I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Peanut
Wednesday's
says
fine.
every week,
Every week.
every Wednesday. Yeah, he says every Wednesday.
Rocks.
Yeah.
How is it for you?
I'm 99% available every Wednesday.
Okay, that
Ooh,
sounds perfect, and the
that's
time
pretty
is
good.
pretty good. Yes. So, because DJ today on our with Mr. Green Tea Space said like you don't have any schedule. I don't know where you're inactive. So, and Abstract Angels. He
Yeah.
means Abstract Angels. So, if we will make it every Wednesday, will be great.
Yeah. We were good with a schedule for a while, but things got so crazy that it's been hard to keep up, and that's fine because like it's been freaking nuts. So
Yeah.
Meme,
Yeah.
are you in Abstract Angel City? Because she's such an awesome person.
Is
She
she?
add her.
I
Mm.
she's
Yeah.
from it's called the Beast community. That's cool. Okay, girls, then have a great evening. I just drunk with you some wine, ate cheese. It was so cool. And Pixel Queen said that she's need to work, so yeah, she went
Mhm.
back to us. And yeah, have a great evening then.
Fuck her job.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you. It was fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Love this.
Bye bye, guys.
Had a good
Thank you.
journey.
Yeah.